is just fantastic.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at further fallout from Destiny, because he's not taken so well to certain comments made by other creators. And this has led him down a path of looking a bit, obsessive and wrong. No offense to anyone that is a ardent Destiny supporter, but when you start to collect or want to collect, desire to collect, and then publish information that is private of another person, you're crossing into a territory of bad tactics. He might well think there are no bad tactics in the online space, but considering what is now happening in his real life, this will only further add to any kind of character assassination that could well take place, if arbitration does not yield a positive outcome for him. And no offense to Destiny, but as I said in the previous two videos on Destiny here, one does need to know when to pick their battles. In his own document thing, doodah, right, that he himself announced on Kick in an hour-long stream, the final time. He went through screenshots, he even acknowledged the vultures of commentary and legal experts online. Well, don't be too surprised if a few more prominent names or outspoken names catch Destiny's attention, which brings us to part 3 here. We'll start with the first thing that was tweeted out that took my interest. It was this chat log of Destiny and somebody called Some Dude, where Destiny said all of these people are disgusting, I hate them all. Cynically, I don't have any evidence of anything because literally every person cut me off after Pixie's Substack statement. Everything I've pieced together, I've had to do basically on my own, with the exception of Kyla, Dan, who still talks to me. Some Dude replies, are we on the indefinite no friends on stream ever Arch? Arc, sorry. No, it says Arch. Destiny. Some Dude, there are like 3 good ones. But most streamers are just horrible people, lol-w. This was tweeted out, and many people believed it was like something you'd see from some creepy incels manifesto. I think the only thing Destiny has on his side is the fact that didn't he bang Lauren Southern, so he can't really be an incel, really. Well, they might become one after this, given enough time. And no, I'm not championing that, don't try me. Now, on one of his streams, and a clip of this was shared to Twitter by a number of people, he's openly looking for someone's docs. Now, the individual in question tweeted a clip of it as well. JSTLK, I don't know who this is, but they tweeted, Destiny is having another major crash out tonight. But of particular note to me is him asking explicitly for my docs midstream. The omniliberal, Destiny, take a break, go see a psychologist, mate. The issue is Destiny is of a kind that cannot be the not last person to get the word in, right? Obsessively has to be the last person to speak, obsessively has to win, or be seen winning. It is a form of compulsion, compulsive behaviour. I don't want to say tism because I'm not going to diagnose an individual or be accused of diagnosing him. That's for you guys and for anyone else who has access to WebMD. In the case of Destiny, this is a tactic employed by a weak mind, looking for a dox that is, when you have nothing better or greater to offer the online space. Because you have to take an L, you refuse to take the L, so you have to try and find a way to drag someone else down to your level, which is what someone tries to do when they look for a dox. They think, oh, I know the true name of the demon, which means I now have power and control over it. That's not the case, but people like Destiny in this instance, if this is true, are the very reason many people are anon in the online space. Why you have such an issue with a pseudonym is a mystery to me. Now I'm going to show the shorter clip from Augie's Twitter first, and then we're going to go to a longer clip from Yeet.
And people like Gisticle, whose information I hope I can find soon, are like trying to amplify or...
So over on Twitter, Yeet had tweeted the image of the tweet from Just LK, but also a clip from another part saying Destiny calls out the YouTube lawyers covering this lawsuit, quote, some of the worst people on the internet in terms of general knowledge. Well, you would fit right in at home with them then, since you've been called out for your inept interpretation and limited understanding. In many subjects you espouse some form of, let's call it authority on. Politics especially.
I don't know, there was some guy in a suit who's been doing things. Most of the legal analysis is just really, really, really bad.
I don't know if you understand this, but many are going to speculate based on their own interpretations of the law, whether it be state level, whether it be on national level in their respective countries. Federal, I guess, applies in the US as well. For you, Destiny, you really shouldn't be talking about any of this. It's all speculative anyway. So the best you can do is speculate, but you've got bias on your side. If you're seeking any legal aid, I would highly recommend you lean on them to tell you to stop talking about this subject until it's been resolved. People are going to dive into this. We saw it with Illuminati. People were talking about it left, right and centre, and Mad Catster was the one pulling out all the legal paperwork so everyone could see it. There was nothing Illuminati could do to change that. And there is nothing you can do to change it either. You have to pick your battles, and in this one, the battle should be fought in the courtroom, not with you bleating on Kick about it, because you're too stunted to actually hold back, too obsessive. Because while you want to look down at everyone else for criticising you, you will happily milk that on Kick like there's no tomorrow, because you know damn well it's going to cost you this whole process, and you may as well make some money out of it while you're doing it.
I don't know. Again, I don't know what it is about lawyers. It's like worse than like people that call themselves like soft, like I'm a full stack dev. And it's like, what the f do you mean full stack dev? And it's like, well,
the only reason he hasn't gone as hard on commentary channels or commentary folk in the general drama space, especially, is that Destiny isn't getting as much attention on this, which is understandable because the majority believe Destiny to be in the wrong. The evidence is out there, and so as far as they're concerned, you need to be in a courtroom dealing with this in a legal sense. That's the resounding perspective, and you deserve to lose. That is, again, the resounding perspective of those within commentary. If it wasn't for a select few within the commentary space, much of this would fly under the radar because Destiny is a Kick streamer. The only time we hear about Kick streamers is when they're being dickheads in real life, like the Action Man or Jack Doherty getting busted in various places doing dumb things. For Destiny, it's mostly because of what he says. We're just impressed he gets to do anything or anyone, because I didn't realise vertically challenged folk got options. And if you're short and offended by that, I'm aiming this solely at Destiny. The stud, Destiny.
I made a website once, and on WordPress, and I know how to get information out of a database sometimes. Okay, very full stack. Like, just like the most random shit. The lawyer people are the same thing. Some of the commentary is so bad. Like, it's actual, the legal mindset guy, yeah.
The problem you have, Destiny, is you are actively seeking out the information of a creator. You are actively seeking it out. Because of that mistake, much of your criticism aimed in this area makes you seem insecure as fact. You can criticize them for their lack of general knowledge, and I know plenty of people who lack general knowledge when they have an incredible mind when it comes to certain areas of academia. It is quite common, in fact, for those who are more book smart to lack general knowledge. It's why things like the Big Bang Theory riffed on the cliche of it, because there was some basis to fact. Basis of fact? There was some merit in this particular department. And just in case people have forgotten, this is the clip of him saying he wants certain people's information.
For all of it. It's pretty cringe, it's pretty gross. I expect the behavior from Kiwi Farms. It is what it is. Like I said, communities like that will always exist, but it's really gross when people like Gisticle, whose information I hope I can find soon, are like trying to amplify or put a magnifying glass on info over there and then have it spread into the other world. That's just wild to me, but you know.
It doesn't help you when you are then making it a concerted point to attack them because they're just not smart enough. I don't know why you're so obsessed with what they think of you anyway. You have enough detractors as it is. The fact you're even paying attention to them, or clips of them perhaps, tells me you're paying too much attention to the optics to see how you can play it. It tells me you're less about substance and more about deflection. It's very Nick Ricata.
I don't know if these guys just don't do criminal law, or if it's just lawyers in general are... I mean, they are some of the worst people that I've seen. They are some of the worst people that I've seen on the internet.
You haven't looked in a mirror recently, have you? By the way, for those who are used to me saying this, you'll recognise this tactic. It's more commonly known as poisoning the well. Destiny's using his skepticism and his position to poison the well for those who look at legal experts in the online space for a source of information. The problem Destiny has is, because of his admission of guilt, and because of all that's come out since, this just looks cheap, superficial, and vapid, much like a lot of what he has said so far. And I'm sure many people disagree, that's quite alright, but Destiny's the one digging the hole here. His statement earlier, the last video we did in fact, is called Final Statement. By doing this, he's shown that that was not the case. Because he really does have to have the last word in.
Just in terms of like general knowledge, the answer, the real answer is that when you graduate school, you just won't remember everything from school, which is fair. Like if you graduate, or I should say tort, I shouldn't say criminal. Well, no, because some of these things are supposedly criminal. When you graduate school, you don't remember every single individual thing from school, which is fine. But for some reason, every lawyer pretends that they do. Like, oh yeah, like...
This applies to anyone from any academic background or non-academic background. I firmly believe in a theory called attic theory. There is a limited amount of space in the brain. We hold on to what is useful to us. If people asked me based on my degrees what I could remember, I would tell you I could remember the periodic table from start to finish, but that's about it now, because I haven't been in academia for 13 years. Well, in that area of chemistry anyway. The same would apply to programming. I've not done that for years either. But the ability to remember or recall it once you start to delve in, yeah, because we lock the information away. A lot of it is forgotten, or it appears forgotten and is in fact just suppressed. Why I can't remember anyone's names is still a mystery to me though. In the case of legal experts, you're trying to find a way to denigrate who they are. Again, it's that earlier mentioned tactic. But they can still pull the information because they know roughly what they're looking at. You don't have to remember everything from school because you don't stop learning when you leave school. Especially in legal matters where the law is constantly changing. You are constantly studying, you're constantly learning, you're practicing, you're preparing, you're doing mock trials. You research for other people to find precedent, you look for everything, and you trying to find a way to tear them down because of your own bias, which is totally normal, is cringe. Let's face it. The rest of this clip is more of the same, so I'm going to end it here. Do tell me what you think in the comments, because we've got to drive that engagement up, folks. If you have time to watch, you have time to do something, I don't comment and bleh. Thank you for listening, guys. Sorry about this again, but I was working on something for Omegon too. Yes. Go check that out. Link to the pinned comment. Ta-ta, everyone.
Whose information I hope I can find soon. Whose information I hope I can find soon. Whose information I hope I can find soon.